Yo, this card.
Hey, how's it going? Jesse with Card Overflow here, and we have a deck profile for the first place OTS champion, Muntasir Smith.
Yeah, man, let's do it. So we went to alternate universes in Wilmington, Delaware. Shouts out to AU. But really, I represent Phenomenal Games over here in New Jersey because we're the best.
You already know.
It's phenomenal. So I actually got first place with Scareclaw. It's pure Scareclaw, by the way. So we'll get started with the main monster, Scareclaw Reichart. Some Scareclaw players like to run 2. I think he's a mandatory 3 of. Sometimes you just go right into Tryhard and you make the first Tryhard and then do his effective search, and then you go right into a second Tryhard for follow-up because he's not once per turn. So yeah, always 3. And then I run 3 of each of the babies. This one allows you to attack multiple times for Scareclaw defense position monsters. This one allows piercing from your Scareclaw link. And this one pumps your Scareclaw link by 300 for each defense position monster on your board. Again, some Scareclaw players like to run maybe 2-2-2 or even 2-1-1. I have tested 2-2-2 when I went to, I think it was YCS Philadelphia, and it's just not the right play. The babies are the only true 1-card starters that can get you all the way to a Tryhard, which is the whole point of the whole deck. So you have to run 3 of. Next, Scareclaw Cash. This card is just incredible. I was running it at 3 before, but I only cut it down to 2 just for numbers sake. But this card he's another Scareclaw name, and again, Astra says when you have X amount of Scareclaws in defense position, then Tryhard can attack that many times. So you get, let's say this was your board. This board right here is, I'm sorry, let me turn it this way. This board right here is game in and of itself because it's 3,000 once, 3,000 twice, and then 26 from Scareclaw Casterer.
It's a neat combo.
Yeah. And mind you, all that can happen off of just one baby if you walk into an open board. And then 2 Fenrir to back up the Scareclaw Casterer. And Fenrir is just the most amazing card known to mankind. And I only run 1 Visas. I did try him at 3 before because getting him in hand is just incredible. But again, just to cut down numbers sake, and I'm at 44 cards, but just to cut down for numbers sake, I just run them at 1 and just try to make my plays as optimum as possible. And that is the Scareclaw monsters. And then the rest of the monsters are 3 Bestials in the main deck. To me, these guys are like hand traps. So I've been running this deck for probably like the past 10 weeks, maybe 12 weeks. And I've went through every iteration of hand traps. I went through Ash, I went through Bell, I went through Nibiru, and the Bestials have just performed outstandingly. So 3 Bestials in the main deck. Oh, also, because my Scareclaw links are dark, there are just times where I can summon a Bestial on my turn for just an extra body. So they're quite incredible in the deck. And the only other monster I run is Droll Lockbird at 3. Again, I went through the whole hand trap, I guess gauntlet you would call it, and Droll just turned out to be the winner. Ash just doesn't seem impactful enough to me. And Nibiru, everybody just plays right through Nibiru, so Droll is where we ended up. For traps, I only run 4 traps. Imperm is, again, another hand trap. I think I can run 15 flex spots, so these are my flex spots options. This card is absolutely broken. Scareclaw Twin Saw is like Icarus attack. So you tribute a Scareclaw and you can destroy 2 monsters on the field. 2 cards on the field. And it's also searchable off of Reichart. So when you summon Reichart, he searches for a Scareclaw spell or trap, and sometimes you grab Twin Saw, and sometimes you grab another card in the deck. I'm gonna show you in a second. That card is Scareclaw Arrival. This can special summon any Scareclaw monster or Visa Starfrost. Also, it's not once per turn. It's a special summon. So, man, you have no idea just how incredible this card is. So sometimes it just baits a Ghost Spell or something like that, and you just play another one, play another one, play another one. Also has a secondary effect. You can banish it from the graveyard to protect your Scareclaw Link from being destroyed by card effect. So they just, I don't know, they really just thought of everything and gave us everything. Just one more thing to mention. Some Scareclaw players like to play 1 or even 2 Arrival. Again, I just think that's a mistake. You want to just see as much extension as possible. I also run 3 Planet. I would even say that this is overkill, but to me this is like a safety net. Granted, you never want to draw it because the Scareclaw Link 1 can search for it, not once per turn. But again, it's just like a safety net. You don't mind if you draw it because it gets you right into your engine. And then remember, one of the babies is OTK in and of itself. And there's 2 Pressure Planet to go with the Fenrir and the Scareclaw Caster. This card, people have to respond to this card. It's mandatory because Fenrir is just crazy. Back to more flex spots. 3 Dark Ruler. This card is absolutely insane. At this point, I just think it's mandatory. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Granted, I lose my draw phase. I lose my battle phase, and I'm not able to take damage, and I won't be able to OTK. But just being able to tear down an opponent's whole board and take the game state is good enough. And there's also 3 Book of Moon to finish out the flex spots. This is a new addition. It's a single card, but this is probably one of the strongest cards. It's phenomenal. Yeah, so called by again, one of the strongest cards in the game. It just wins games sometimes on its own. It's ridiculous. Last card is Scareclaw Defanging. This card can be searched by Scareclaw right card. What it says is Scareclaw links can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects. So alongside of placing all monsters in defense position, it just becomes this impossible puzzle to figure out. And that is the 44 card deck. The OTS was amazing. Actually, 5 of us went down from phenomenal games. 3 of us made top 8, and then ended up being two of us from phenomenal games in first and second place, myself and Jesse. So it was just an incredible day. Then we went and got food. It was amazing. On to the side deck. Let me actually go with the extra deck first. So we'll start with the boss monster of the deck, Scareclaw Tryhard. He takes 3 effect monsters to be able to make himself. And again, he puts all monsters in defense position while he's on the board. Also, he's unaffected by defense position monsters. So what happens is another effect. He can special level one of the babies out of graveyard and then search for a Scareclaw card. So you summon, special a baby out of grave, search for a Scareclaw card, and special one of those Scareclaw cards, and then that way you'll be allowed to attack many times per game. I run 3 of. Some Scareclaw players like to run 2. I think that is absolutely the wrong call. And again, sometimes you make one to go search for the original right card, and then you make the second one to go search for follow-up. And then the third one is just like backup or recovery. Alongside of that, I run 3 of the Light Heart. He is not once per turn, and a lot of players just fall into the trap of maybe Imperm or ashing this guy, and I kind of love it because then I can just make a few more plays and just make another one and then be able to go search Fill Spell. And again, another 3 of. Some players like to run 2, but I think that's a mistake. Honorary mentions is Blackluster Soldier of Chaos. Because I have the Fenrir and the Scareclaw Cash, I can make him, and he's non-targetable. So this is mainly for decks like Labyrinth, where they like to target a lot. I do run Asa the Earth Charmer. I was running Dark Charmer, but I decided to keep Asa because this can go get a Fenrir out of the opponent's deck, and then allow me to get Scareclaw, cash, and then be able to start comboing off right there. This is a new addition. So Visas Starfrost is a tuner, and then you synchro Visas with one of the babies, and that's how you go into a level 9. And sometimes banishing all cards from the field is just enough to win a game. For my level 7s, I play a Rise Heart. Sometimes when the opponent, when a caster player uses Shane Era, then I can summon my own Fenrir and then make my own Rise Heart. And Big Eye, which I hardly make, but he's just here, and sometimes he comes up. Donner is a perfect link too because he gets himself off the board, which then opens up the slot for Scareclaw Lightheart. So he's just good removal, and he opens up the board. Link Spider is a must-run card inside of Scareclaw. When your opponent uses Nibiru, Link Spider the token away, and that allows you to be able to continue through playing, get all the way back to your Tri-Heart, and then be able to push through for games. So it's a must-play. Astrolabe, just an amazing card, nothing else to say. You contact fuse him with Visa Starfrost and Reichheart, and he pops a monster. He's just incredible. And Barone, because he's Barone. That's the extra deck.
Yeah, man. Money Smith back. Shogun Smith.
All right, bro.
Shogun.
So, side deck, Harpies, because it's Harpies. Labyrinth is a weird kind of a matchup because they can out Tri-Heart pretty easily by banishing Big Welcome. So, it's just back removal is mandatory. Alongside of back removal, I'll run Cosmic Cyclone. Cosmic is just versatile, can handle a lot of different decks. And I tech in one more Twin Saw. So this is like my back row removal package. This is a new addition. I just put it in for this OTS. I was running evenly for a while, but what I really wanted was cards that are dynamic at all points in the game. Evenly only felt like a draw on the first turn and then it's usable. But outside of that, it just feels just bad. Droplet has just been going in. I think this is a mainstay at this point. I side 3 more Bestials because I don't know, Branded and Light and Dark decks just hate these guys, and they're just never bad in your hand. So why not? Kurikara is probably the MVP of the side deck. Now, granted, I didn't side him in every game, or he didn't tear down every board, but it's just such a dynamic card in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! When the game is in a back and forth state of your turn, my turn, your turn, my turn, at some point this card is going to come up. And when he does, he's just devastating. And just to round out the side deck, 2 Book of Eclipse, and that is the 15 card side deck.
Would you make any changes moving forward with this?
I would play around with the side deck. I see, the thing is these cards, Droplet, Kurikara, Book of Eclipse, and I run Dark Ruler in the main deck. They're all similarly the same card. They have minor differences, but they kind of do the same things. So I could run different cards in the side deck, and I'll work with my team to figure that out. But I think the main deck, that is the most minimal and effective main deck that I could get to. I tried to run the adventure package before, but it just made it too many cards, and then my plays were just my hands were just inconsistent. So the side deck is the only place that I feel like there's room left to grow. But yeah, it was just a fun and a great day. Check out part 2. We're gonna get Jesse's deck profile, and again, like I said, I was first, he was second, and it was just a beautiful day. Phenomenal games. It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Games. It's phenomenal.
It's phenomenal.